What a beautiful sunrise this morning on New Year's Eve. Tomorrow will be a new year, 2025. Well, this past year went by in a hurry. Kind of a cold, wintry day. It's in the 30s. The rain is supposed to be, you know what they say, red sky and morning sailors take warning. And I just looked at the weather map. It looks like it's going to start raining in maybe an hour or two. And then that rain's supposed to stick with us all day and increase into the evening. So, not a good day to be outside for anything. Cold too. And then overnight, it's going to turn into snow. So, tomorrow morning, we should have snow. And New Year's Day. Plan is I'm going to go hiking with Buzz on New Year's Day, so we'll see what happens. As long as it isn't pouring down rain. But, it's kind of damp and cold. As expected, the rains have arrived, and I had to go down and not only get the mail, but I had to drop some mail in the mailbox today. And I didn't want to have to walk down here and get soaking wet, so I backed the truck down the driveway. Did it that way. As you can see there, I'm getting some puddles in the yard, so we're getting our share of rain now. And all I got was junk mail. I swear, nowadays, it seems like I throw more trash away. I take trash down to the curb every Monday. I usually have 2 trash bags full. It's like, where does all this trash come from? I don't bring that much into the house. Oh, the crows are out there. They're sitting up in the tree there, waiting for me to put something out for them. And they're complaining. There's another one flying in. They're like, "Mister, where is our morning snack?" I don't have any leftovers for them, though. Well, there's really not a whole lot to do outside in this weather. So I'll be cooped up in the house on this New Year's Eve. I've got no plans. I got nowhere to go. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. Nothing special, but I didn't even take anything out of the freezer, so I'm going to have to figure out how that's going to work. There's some meatballs that I made back in September. I'll thaw those out, have those tonight with some tomato sauce. Maybe even some pasta to go with it, although pasta isn't really on my diet. You know what? Since last summer, I've lost 40 pounds, and I've been kind of doing this, they call it the keto regime, keto diet. So it's a lot of proteins, and you just eliminate all the sugars and all the carbs. And it's a pretty easy diet to do because you can eat pretty much all the meat, cheese, vegetables that you want. Just stay away from the potatoes, the bread, the rice, the pasta. And for me, the pounds just dropped through the summer. Over the holidays, though, I was eating really good. I mean, I was at the neighbors. I was with my son. I was out to dinner, so I overate more than normal, and I actually gained maybe 3 or 4 pounds back. But I'm back on my diet again, so trying to be careful about my intake and what I take in, because I want to not only maintain my weight right where I am now, but maybe drop a few more too would be nice. I'm not going to overdo it, but you know, it feels good to have lost that. 40 pounds is a lot of weight to lose, and it makes a big difference in how I feel right now. I don't have a wife to hold my hand anymore, so dinners or anything like that's on me. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. If not, I'm the one that suffers. But trust me, I always find something to eat. And over the course of this winter, though, being trapped inside, a lot of like today, being it's going to the rain's going to keep increasing throughout the day, and it's really supposed to be pouring, through this evening. But anyway, kind of stuck in the house. So one of my hobbies that I like to do, I really love to do to keep busy, is modeling. I've been working on this 67 GTO, Pontiac GTO. Uh, you'll see that it is a also an MPC. Uh, the other model I built was a Revel kit, and I would tell you what, this MPC kit is the worst kit that I've ever built in my life. Don't buy an MPC if you're gonna get into modeling. Stick with Revels because none of the parts fit right. There was a lot of that excess mold trim where they took it out of the mold, and a lot of stuff to trim on. Uh, but a lot of the parts just wouldn't fit the way the instructions said they were supposed to fit. I mean, they weren't even come close. They didn't line up. It was just pathetic. Just a pathetic, terrible model build. But I've been working with it. I've been trying to make it work. I've got the interior parts done. I've got the undercarriage, the motor done. This was a real pain in the neck because the axle, I don't know if you can see, but the axle differential doesn't actually line up with the wheels. And the wheels actually scrape on the exhaust pipes. And I tried every which way to do it, but I couldn't get it to work any better than that. If you do want to get into model building, here's a couple of things that you're probably going to want uh, to use. It makes a world of difference. Number one, I use this Tamaya extra thin cement. It actually like melts the plastic and molds it together. I don't use the tube, a tester squeeze tube that's just messy and it gets all over. This you can snap the parts together and then just use the brush in here to dab a little bit right on the part, and it's almost like welding. It seals it right together. Drop them. When you remove the parts from the uh, set there, you need these little snippers, and these things work really great to get in real close and to snip them off. I also have these tweezers, and these are like spring loaded, so they clamp. They're almost like a little clamp. Those are really handy. I got a razor blade, or probably a razor knife or something would be better instead of trying to handle a razor blade, but I don't have one. I just use a razor blade and go there. So those are some basic things, and then a really fine paintbrush for doing detail work. So I use that too. I got a little fingernail file for sanding off the little mold, excess mold stuff. So I do that, and a toothpick for pushing things around, moving things around. Yeah, you find out all these things come in really, really handy. I use spray paint for the body. I just used a can of white spray paint because I want this to look like the '66 Tempest that I had. This is a GTO. But I used a can of Testors enamel spray paint. And then I've just got some little bottles of paint here for, like, I got blue for the engine block, some black. This is a rust color, and then I got a silver color too. I could probably use some more colors, but that's what I got for now. Now, the other day, I also have some acetone in here to clean my brushes. After I use them, I rinse them in there real quick. But the other day I was painting and I was using this black paint, and I had it sitting here and I had it open, and I reached for something and my sleeve hit it and I knocked it over. Well, the paint landed here on my table and started running off the edge. I cupped my hand under here as fast as I could. The paint's pouring into my palm of my hand. I'm looking all over, panic stricken, thinking, "Oh my gosh, I don't want it to get on the carpet," because you see, I got some fairly decent carpet in here. Uh, I should have put plastic down on the floor, huh? I found a paper towel that I could use to stop it from dripping off the edge, and I didn't get one drip on the carpet, but I had a whole handful of black enamel paint. So I'm telling you, what a mess that was. Uh, anyway, that's just something that I've been toying with. I'm never buying an MPC model again. It's absolutely pathetic. Uh, I mean, if you're a professional model builder, you'd have issues with this because it's just horrible. I'm going to leave my tree up for maybe another week or two. I just like it. It just adds some warmth to the house, and it makes me feel good when I see the tree. I got to show you this. The neighbor girls across the street, Athelia and Ophelia, got me this for Christmas. It is a little So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and the little girls, they even, gave me some little stickers to put on there too. So they say, hey, put these stickers on your radio. So yeah, it's something to put under the tree at Christmas time, I guess. I don't know how much I'll have actually listen to it, but I'm just really grateful for these little girls. They just love me, and I love to have them come over, and they drew these little pictures for me. Athelia did this. This is me, and I don't know. I think that's supposed to be her. I don't know why she has like rabbit ears, but nonetheless, she did this little picture for me down here. She made me a couple cards. That was like a birthday card. So I'm just grateful to have such wonderful neighbors, I think she made a Christmas tree there. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm happy for it anyways. I leave them posted up there because they bring me joy. I do realize that New Year's already passed by the time you watch this video. For me, it's New Year's Eve today. Uh, but I have no plans. But I was thinking, about my brother and I were talking, and he says, "Well, I don't make a New Year's resolution because you make your resolutions and nobody ever stands by them. A week or two later, it's gone by the wayside." So no, I don't have any New Year's resolution per se. I mean, I look to the new year just like another day. I live every day the best I can. I just keep putting one step in front of the other, and whatever happens, happens. I take every opportunity that opens up in my path. Be them good, I try to stay away from trouble. But yeah, no real big resolution. Just continue on what I've been doing. Uh, Maybe, I might meet somebody. I don't know. I'm not pursuing that venture at all. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, I always in the back of my head that, well, what's going to happen this year? Will I my plan is just to kind of stay where I'm at, but you never can tell. I don't ever set my plans in concrete. I mean, I just go with the flow. I mean, I have to. I'm not big into politics, but I pray that things start to look up a little better for our country, that we can, you know, kind of start heading on the uphill a little bit. One thing that I plan to do here after the New Year's, I might wait till spring, I don't know, but I want this carpet cleaned professionally. It's been a few years since that happened. I'm down to the one cat now, and she pretty much lives upstairs, so she's not down here anymore. The other cat that recently passed away uh, made a mess out of my carpet. So, yeah, there was barf stains there. He peed on the carpet, he pooped on the carpet, and I can't stand it. I just want the whole carpet professionally cleaned with some kind of a pet, you know, deodorizer or whatever they use. Uh, but so that means that everything has to move on. All the furniture will have to move over there into the kitchen dining area, and then I can get a professional guy in here to clean all this carpet downstairs. Now I'd like to do it upstairs too. That carpet stays fairly clean because there's not a lot of activity up there aside from me. Uh, but in order to do that, I'd have so much. There's such a huge tangle of wiring up there because my computer's up there, my TV, my stereo system, my printer, and it's just a bundle of wires going everywhere. My router, my DSL, or not DSL, but my fiber router is up there. So I would have to dismantle all of that stuff and move it out of there for them to clean the carpet. Either that, I guess I could just have them clean the carpet around it, leave it there and just have, move some of the stuff and then have them clean the main area. Yeah, I suppose that would work too. Because, boy, I don't know that I could get it back together again the right way. I'm not much of an electrician. I like to have things done right. But once I get them done, I don't want to touch it. Just, leave it well enough alone. So, yeah, I might have them do the upstairs too, which would mean moving all that furniture somehow. Um, I don't know. There's two couches up there which I couldn't move by myself. I'd have to get them into the bedroom probably. I don't know how that'll work, or if the carpet cleaning guy can work around them, like move the couches out of the way, clean the carpet, move them back. I know they have like pads or something that they put underneath if the carpet's wet, and then you once the carpet dries, you take them out. They're like little cardboard things or something they put under the legs. So yeah, because if I do the downstairs here, the one thing I'll have to move is that hutch, and I'm not moving that thing. That thing weighs like 1,000 pounds. Not to mention it's all full of glass and china and stuff, which I suppose I'll have to take everything out of there if I have to move it too. So yeah, that's a big challenge, but I want it done. I gotta have it done. The other thing that I've been really pushing hard that I want to get done is to do a little more of the finish work in the basement that was never completed, to make the basement somewhat respectable. Of course, nobody ever goes down there, but it's just one of those jobs that never got done, and I'd like to see it finished. So I got that too, which shouldn't be too big of a cost. Just some simple things to do down there, some trim work and stuff. But so that's a project that I can get into as well, and I may even do that before winter's over. And then as far as outside work goes, I really need to get at the pressure washing of the decks and put the preservative back on them again. And I should do the house too, at least that south side of the house. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. There's no time for me to be lazy, and sometimes I feel lazy. I have to, at my age, I have to force myself. I mean, there's days when I wake up and I think, I don't even want to get out of bed. But I get up, 6:30, 7 a.m. I'm usually up, making myself some coffee, and going from there. But sometimes I have to really push myself to keep moving, because I want to be. I think my natural instinct is I want to be lazy. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to get started in something. I just want to chill. But I know that's the most unhealthy thing in the world. And then you never get anything accomplished either. So when you accomplish something, it gives you a sense of pride. You feel good about yourself, and it inspires me, anyways, to keep going and to do more. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. That's my resolution plan. I hope all you guys have had a wonderful New Year's. Hope you didn't overindulge in too much. I mean, yeah, too much sauerkraut and pork. Not gonna happen here, but nonetheless. Um, and I'm not one to imbibe in the drink either. On occasion, I will, but not on a regular basis. And I have no plans of partying. So, with that being said, I mean, let's move on into a new year. Happy New Year's to you all. Till next time, cats, I'll catch you all later.